Hi, I'm Jesse Ammett, host of Valley News Now, and today I have a very special guest, Laura Youngbird. She is with me. She's an artist and an art educator, and she is, I believe, the event co-coordinator of the Missing and Murdered Indigenous Persons Awareness Day at MSUM on May 5th. Is that correct, Laura?
Yes, MSUM has been amazing in putting together the event. So we're going to have it at the Gaiety Theater,
Okay.
May 5th. At 4 o'clock, there's a meet and greet in the Great Hall, and
And some of your art
some
will be there,
artwork
I
will be
hope?
up. And then people will move to the theater, and then we'll have the panel discussion there.
Wonderful, and it sounds like you've got a really great group of panelists. Do you want to talk about them at all? I do have the information we can attach to, but I'd love to hear about them.
Yeah, they're all amazing. Let's see. Well, Lissa Yellowbird Chase is my great niece,
Oh.
but she's like boots on the ground, goes out and searches for missing, murdered people. They don't necessarily have to be Indigenous.
Wow.
And if any of the resources work for anybody else, that would be good too. But
Wow, so she's out
Native,
there really doing the hard work.
yeah, she's
Wow.
got cadaver dogs, and
Oh my
you know,
goodness.
and when she first started, I think she's employed by the tribe now
Okay.
to do this, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Um, but she started out just using her retirement money to go do this.
Oh my goodness. That's incredible. Really, I think a lot of times we don't want to think that this is a real issue. We want to kind of hide and pretend that this isn't something that really happens, but it is. And those are, people's daughters and sisters and mothers and sons and husbands and brothers as well. But
Absolutely.
she is out there looking for those people. That's incredible. So she will be there. I'm hoping to connect with her too and possibly do an interview.
Yeah, she's
Yes.
pretty amazing. Um, let's see, I don't even have their
Oh, here, I've got
names
it.
right
I can
offhand.
pull it up for you. Ruth Buffalo. You want to
Oh,
talk about?
yeah. Ruth is now the president of our Fargo Moorhead MMIP task force.
Wow.
And she's been involved for many years too, doing things. And she's in the legislature, and but she's got a lot of work done because of that, her position,
Yeah.
uh, and even like nationally, some of the things that have,
What an honor to get to have all these amazing people together. Then there's Anne, excuse me if I pronounce her name wrong, Lafreniere Ritchie?
that's why I didn't want to say it. Yes, I'd want to say just Anne, but
Anne, sure.
I just met her like in February. That's the
Okay.
first time I've met her, but she works for Someplace Safe, and so she's really got a lot of statistics and really a lot of knowledge, and just a really good presenter as
Wonderful.
well. Yeah,
So it's
and
really important that people go and get there so that, it isn't just numbers, that you think of each of these people as a human being, as we obviously should, but it's I think, so easy to want to pretend that it isn't happening. Um,
oh, yeah.
I love hearing about the people you have on your panel. Amanda Strauss?
Yep, Amanda Strauss. She works for Planned Parenthood now, but she's been boots on the ground and working in the
Wow.
community for a long time. Well, all these people have, and I have too. But
And then Tracy Wilkie's
yeah,
the
she does.
last one I have on the list.
Oh, okay. Tracy is she's working at the Indigenous Association, but she does some other work, and it might be in her bio. I don't have that in front of me, unfortunately.
Oh, that's
Bad
okay.
news.
I do. I sprung this on you. So Tracy Wilkie, let's see. She is on the board for protection and advocacy for individuals with mental illness, the Jeremiah Program, the Fargo Moorhead Interfaith Center, and she's a former North Dakota Women's Network board member and 2020 D16 ND House of Representatives candidate. Wow. So you've got people working, in the legislature as well, in the government, and that is such a slow-moving thing, and it's a lot of hard work.
And it's like what's I've been finding out too is like some of it goes forward, but then it slides back depending on the administration, and that's really frustrating too. There's just things like with mental health and just a lot, everything.
It is. It's so true, and
But
it's.
I don't want to keep you
No, I commend you, all of you, for all the work you do, because it is like that. It's like 2 steps forward and a step and 3/4 back. But we need people that care and continue with that passion like you. Can we talk a little bit about your artwork too? I've been scoping you out online.
Oh.
And I have some of it here. But do you want to talk a little bit about the dress kind of theme that started out? Just kind of talk about that to me, if you don't mind.
Sure. Well, I started using that, I don't know if it was like in the 90s even.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was because um, my little brother was in a car accident,
Oh boy.
and I mean, and then just some other things. I became pregnant, and I quit using, and then my mother gave me some photographs of that were belonged to my great aunt Lucy when she passed away.
Wow.
So, but I was looking through all these photographs, and my grandmother scratched her face out of all the pictures,
Oh.
and she was beautiful.
Yeah.
You know. But so I started doing a lot of like portraits of women in dresses with no face, the no
Yeah.
face girls and boys too.
It's very powerful.
And I had done the same thing in my yearbook.
Really?
And I was pretty cute back then.
I
was
bet you
scratched
were.
up.
You're pretty cute now.
I'm just fishing.
Yeah. Hey, it works, right? You didn't have to fish too hard for that one. Oh, but I loved, just doing some reading about you, how you talked about, not only are there some, negative things that the dress brings out as far as assimilation and those kinds of things, but also some powerful things as far as your mother teaching you to sew, and that being a part of your childhood and young adult as well. So I liked that you've got multiple emotions there. It's things are more complicated than just one ply.
And everybody, if you didn't have a lot of money, you made your clothes.
Yep.
But now it's like more expensive to sew.
I know. I grew up as well with my mom
Of course.
making our clothes, and like you said, I wanted to do that with my daughter, and it's so expensive now.
Yeah, it's still good. And then people that are in ceremony go to ceremony or to powwows, and they make their regalia. When someone makes that for you, so much time and effort and
Yes.
love goes into it.
And the beading
so-
and just all of it. It's so beautiful.
So, and at the same time, when we try to present ourselves to the world as we think, others want us to look sometimes, or
So true.
to get ahead or whatever.
Yep.
So it's like a masquerade or a mask. So it can be that,
True.
something to hide behind. But, it also talked about, well, in the dresses that when I first started out was like the boarding school experience. It's like assimilate all the native, beat the Indian out of kill the Indian actually. and
It's
save
just
the land.
horrifying. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's kind of what's a few things that are behind it. And it's like I keep finding more and more and more. And it's about Barbie and about body image and
Wow.
I mean, not Barbie herself, but
Right. But
everybody,
there's a
like, thinks
lot
that
of
that's
layers
the
there.
goal. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not. And
No.
we don't give people a chance a lot of times. We just say, you look at them and it's like,
You judge and it's over. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, we got to stop doing that.
or I don't know.
Right. Yeah, whatever it is.
I have tattoos.
I do too. When you said that, I was like, reason I put my jacket on was because I have a large sleeve on this side. When you said mask, I was like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't worry about that so much,
But
Yeah.
and I have a daughter that's a tattoo artist.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah. So I get mom discount, or we do trades. She likes some of my artwork.
Oh, that's awesome.
And
When I
but
was
she's
looking,
also done like like people get branded,
Yes.
is you can go in and get those covered up
Oh,
and change. She's done a lot of cover-ups, and also like, medical IDs instead of the bracelet, losing the bracelet.
that's
having
brilliant.
that on, so, yeah.
Yeah. So it can have a lot more uses than art, which I love it. I love tattooing as an art, but it can have a lot more uses. I had a question too about the significance of a red dress. I just was seeing kind of that theme. Can you explain that?
Well, I didn't invent it, but it became a bit of a symbol that the red dress represents the missing and murdered Indigenous
Okay.
women and people. But it started out as women, but of course we know that it's
Right.
It's
It's
everyone,
not just
and,
limited to women.
but the fact is it's more women, and especially Native women.
The
You know,
statistic was really staggering. 25 times the rate of the rest of the population, and that I believe it was over 60% of Native American women will be physically assaulted in their lifetime. That's not
and
okay.
we're only 1% of the population.
Oh, yeah, not okay. So what you're doing is so great. And the day at MSUM on May 5th. So it's a week from today, and you will be there with your art, and the whole panel. All those ladies we had talked about will be there as well too. It will really be a great time.
Food. They'll have
And
food.
oh, there's food. Well, we buried the lead there. Oh, and food. Will you tell me again what building it is in?
It's in the Center for the Arts.
Okay.
The theater department and the art department are together, connected. It's on, I want to say, 9th Avenue
Okay.
South. And then you have to go in between like 11th Street and 14th
Okay.
Street, I believe, but it's kind of in the middle there.
All right. So the
Parking
art
lot there,
center.
and
And
I
it
think
starts
you
at,
can park there after.
I think you're right.
4:30, but there's some guest parking too, I think.
Hopefully the parking will be overfilled. That's how many people will be there to come and see. So
Yes.
4:30 is the meet and greet.
so.
No, excuse me, 4 o'clock is the meet and greet. And then 4:30
Mm-hmm.
the panel discussion starts. Thank you so much for taking time with me today, Laura. I really, really appreciate it. We'll say goodbye here, but if you don't mind staying on the line, then I can visit with you for just a minute before we go.